Skills of a system analyst are systems analysts need below skills: analytical skills, technical skills, management skills and interpersonal skills. Analytical skills. As the designation of person is systems analyst, possession of analytical skills is very important. Analytical skills can be classified into the following sets: A. System study. B. Organizational knowledge. C. Problem identification. D. Problem analysis and problem solving. System study is the first important skill of systems analyst is to know about system. It means that systems analyst should be able to identify work assignment as a system. It involves identification of each of the system's characteristics such as inputs, outputs, processes etc. Information systems can be seen as subsystems in larger organizational systems, taking input and returning output to their organizational environments. Data flow diagram clearly illustrates inputs, outputs, system boundaries, the environment, subsystems and interrelationship. Purpose and constraints are much more difficult to illustrate and must therefore be documented using other notations. In total, all elements of logical system description must address all characteristics of a system. 1. How work officially gets done in a particular organization. In this area, knowledge about the following is required: A. Terminology, abbreviations and acronyms. B. Policies. C. Standards and procedures. D. Formal organization structure. A. Job description. 2. Understanding the organization's internal politics. In this area, knowledge is required about the following: A. Influence and inclinations of key personnel. B. Finding the experts in different concerned subject areas. C. Critical events in the organization's history. D. Informal organization structure. A. Coalition membership and power structures. 3. Understanding the organization's competitive and regulatory environment. In this area, knowledge is required about the following: A. Government regulations. B. Competitors from domestic and international fronts. C. Products, services and markets. D. Role of technology. 4. Understanding the organization's strategies and tactics. In this area, the requisite knowledge is given below: A. Short as well as long-term strategy and plans. B. Values and missions. Problem identification. The process of identifying problem is the process of defining differences. A manager defines differences by comparing the current situation to the output of a model that predicts what the output should be. In order to identify problems that need to be solved, the systems analyst must develop a repertoire of models to define the differences between what is present and what ought to be present. Problem analysis and problem solving. Once a problem has been identified, systems analyst must analyze the problem and determine how to solve it. Once the analyst, users and management agree on the general suitability of a solution, they devise a plan for implementing it. This approach has 4 phases. 1. Intelligence. During this phase, all information relevant to the problem is collected. Point 2. Design. During this phase, alternatives are formulated. 3. Choice. During this phase, the best alternative solution is chosen. Point 4. Implementation. Technical skills. The technical knowledge of a systems analyst must be updated from time to time. In general, a systems analyst should be as familiar as possible with such families of technologies such as 1. Microcomputers, workstations, mini-computers, and mainframe computers. 2. Programming languages. Point 3. Operating systems, both for PCs and networks. Point 4. Database and file management systems. 5. Data communication standards and software for local and wide area networks, system development tools and environments. Point 6. Decision support systems and data analysis tools. Management skills. Systems analyst needs to know the process of managing their own work and how to use organizational resources in the most productive ways possible. And the categories of management skills are: 1. Resource management. A systems analyst must know how to get the most out of a wide range of resources like system documentation, information technology and money. Resource management includes the following capabilities. A. Predicting resource usage. B. Tracking and accounting for resource consumption. C. Learning how to use resources effectively. D. Evaluating the quality of resources used. A. Securing resources from abusive use. F. Relinquishing resources when no longer needed and releasing the resources when they can no longer be useful. 2. Project management. Project management is defined as the process of scoping, planning, staffing, organizing, directing and controlling the development of acceptable system at minimum cost within a specified time frame. In the role of project manager first needs to decompose a project into several independent tasks. The next step is to determine how the tasks are related to each other and who will be responsible for each task. 4. Change management. Change management is a very important skill for systems analyst. The systems analyst must know how to get people to make a smooth transition from one information system to another, giving up their old ways of doing things and accepting new ways. Change management also includes the ability to deal with technical issues related to change, such as obsolescence and reusability. Interpersonal skills systems analyst works extensively with staff in key positions in an organization. These skills can be classified into 1. Communication skills. A systems analyst should be able to communicate clearly and effectively with others. The analyst must be able to master as many forms of communication as possible. Interpersonal communication subjects are 1. Business speaking. 2. Business writing. 3. Interviewing. 4. Listening. 5. Technical discussion. 6. Technical writing. 2. Working alone as well as in a team. A systems analyst must be able to organize and manage own schedule, commitments and deadlines because many people in the organization will depend on individual performance. The characteristics of a high-performance team that influence teamwork are 1. Shared and elevated vision. 2. Sense of team identity, result-driven structure. 3. Competent team members. 4. Commitment to the team. 5. Mutual trust. 6. Interdependency among team members. 7. Effective communication. 8. Sense of autonomy. 9. Sense of empowerment. 10. Small team size. 3. Facilitating groups. This skill is required when systems analyst works in joint application development approach. In this approach, systems analyst works with group during system development. Analysts use chat sessions to gather systems requirements and to conduct design reviews. Systems analyst can be asked to work as a facilitator. Facilitation necessarily involves a certain amount of neutrality on the part of the facilitator. Guidelines for a facilitator are 1. Purpose should be made clear. 2. Make sure that the group understands what is expected of them and of you. 3. Use physical movement to focus on yourself or on the group. 4. Reward group member participation with thanks and respect. 5. Ask questions instead of making statement. 6. Wait patiently for answers. 7. Be a good listener. 8. Encourage group members to feel ownership of the group's goal and of their attempts to reach those goals. 4. Managing expectations. System development is a change process, and members of any organization greet any organizational change with anticipation and uncertainty. Organizational members will have certain ideas about what new information system will be able to do for them. The important ability of systems analyst is to communicate a realistic picture of the new system and what it will do for users and managers. Managing expectations begins with the development of the business case for the system and extends all the way through training people to use the finished system.